Hey everybody, welcome back to the Montana Garage. Brad here, your very part-time wannabe YouTube content creator. It's been a minute, I know. I figure it's about time I finally pop back on, make another video, give you guys a little update about what I've been doing all winter and spring, what's been happening out here in the shop, what I've got done, and hopefully come up with some plans on how we can move this thing forward. Let's go. Well, let's start with a little update. What have I got done out here in this shop since, I don't even remember the last video I made. I mean, if I had any brains at all, I could have looked it up before I got on here, but I didn't. It's been a minute. Yeah, I guess working on the fuel cell in the 57, maybe? That's the last thing I can really remember making a video about. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. I don't know. It's been a while. What have I got done since then? Well, the update is going to be quick and easy. Nothing. I've got zero, zilch. Okay, that's not true. I got a couple little tiny small things done, and I'll show you that here in a second. But I've just been, I've had a strong bout of life get in the way. Work has been a bit overwhelming. Ever since I got done with Rocky Mountain Race Week last year, I've been working pretty much nonstop. Now, it's not, you know, poor me, whatever. It's, I mean, it's good to have lots of work. I just haven't had time to be out here in the shop working on cars, and I need to change that because I feel like a little bit of me has died inside. You know what I mean? Like cars and working on cars, and it's like an important part of my life, and I haven't. I guess if it was that important, I'd be making time for it, right? I have not been able to make time for it, and I need to change that. I'm not really out of the water in the work situation. I got work up to my eyeballs and above for the whole rest of this year already. And I'm not smart enough to get any help, and I probably need to figure that out and get some help, and that would change things a little bit. But I need to, days are a little longer now, you know, the weather's getting a little nicer, so hopefully I can make time to get out here in the shop. And like I said, I need to because I just can't. Like I said, a little piece of me is gone from the inside, and I need to find it back. Okay, so the real update is the little bit of time I have had out here in the shop this winter and spring. I mean, it's freaking the middle of May already. We've had the nicest spring in the history of man here in Montana, and I've driven my car 3 times. Again, I've just been busy. So what I have done, I don't think I made any videos about this, but I made some shorts. If you guys saw any of the shorts, is I bought a TIG welder. And so whenever I have had time to come out here, I can't resist sitting here and TIG welding. I'm like addicted to it. I'm getting a little better. You know, we're stacking some dimes. These little fillet welds are kind of tough, but I'm getting her figured out. So I've been messing around with that a lot. And the little bit of stuff I've done on the 57 here is these were all trim holes. And I decided, because I'm learning how to TIG weld, I TIG welded those in. And if I knew what I was doing, you know, you wouldn't even be able to tell that there was any metal work done there. And you definitely can tell. You know, we'll have to do a little filler over those and they'll be good to go. But that's what I've been doing. I made this little metal trim piece around my stack opening here. So I think that really cleaned that look up a little bit of the open. It just had like raw saw cuts or jagged saw cuts there. It's not perfect. You know, I just cut this with the death wheel, and it kind of is a little crazy up there at the end. And you can see the plug welds, but again, maybe someday we'll throw a little filler in there. I sanded this hood down. It was a rusty mess, and now it's a sanded rusty mess, but it's gonna stay like this for now. I'm not going bare metal on this thing. I think I've talked a little bit before. I'm hoping to do like kind of a rough patina kind of fake weird thing, and we'll see how it works out if I ever get there. But that's the update on what I've been doing out in the Montana Garage. Welding when I have a few minutes, and a little bit of tinkering on this. I have this list over here that I made back in the fall of what to do on the 55 before spring hits, and well, I have none of that checked off because I haven't done none of it. It's all easy stuff, but the first thing there is strip the 55, reapply the shark hide. I need to do that. It's been 3.5 years, and I'm hoping to make a real like review video and show you how that's held up. And it's held up pretty good, but I do want to reapply it. So it's going to take a couple days worth of messing around. So we'll get to that here eventually. And yeah, how are we moving forward? Well, hopefully we're moving forward with me making time to get out here a little bit more often. I had high hopes and dreams. There's like a back of the track arm drop type deal. And I think it's in Billings sometime in June. I don't even know now because I've pretty much given up on it, that I was hoping to get this thing ready for, but I'm not going to make that happen. But I do still want to get this thing driving and hopefully on the track this summer. So showed you the little list on the 55. We're going to do that, but I'm going to try to focus on this thing. And what I'm doing right now is, like I said, I'm playing with the TIG welder. So I'm going to fix this rust hole, and I'm going to fill in these trim holes, and then I got a rust hole over here. So to do that, I'm going to pull the front clip off. I mean, it's held on with like, I don't know, 4 bolts each side or something, if that. The hood, as you can see, is pinned on. I don't remember if that was in a video or a short. So we'll get the hood out of the way. I'm going to pull these fenders off. I'm going to wait to do the trim holes. This one I did with the fender on the car, and it's a little tougher, I think, in the vertical position with the TIG welder, especially when you're still learning how to do it. So we're going to take the whole front clip off to repair the rust, and then I'll weld in all those other little trim holes. I got some more trim holes here where I guess a mirror was here. Each side, we got an antenna hole. So we got a little bit of welding to do, and then we'll put the front end back together. I have to rewire the headlights. I bought some new headlight buckets in that little kit because what I had wasn't quite right. And I got a headlight dimmer switch and the little plate that goes in. So I got to wire that in. And I got the seat out of here because I've been doing some wiring and some welding, messing around with the TIG welder in here, filling some holes and that sort of stuff too on one day. But we're going to try to get this thing, well, we're going to take it apart and fix a little bit of that rust. And then we're going to put it back together and hopefully start driving it. And in case you're wondering, Brandmare 55, she's out there. I had to swap the tires on that truck and rotate the tires on that truck. So again, I had a little bit of time today and I have to do that sort of stuff that has to be done. So we got that stuff done. Now we're gonna work on the car. Oh, and I just made a deal on a new welding hood on Facebook Marketplace. So now that I got time to work on the car, I gotta leave here in like a half hour to go do that. So we'll do that. We'll get started tearing this apart. We'll go on a little trip and then we'll come back and keep working on it. I guess one other thing I'm trying to do today, because I have a little time here in the shop, is I got this fancy cord running back out here to my son's square body. We're gonna try to get this thing back on the road this summer too. It's been parked a couple years. He bought himself a little Toyota a while back, but he wants to drive this summer. We need to get back to work on it. So it's been parked for a couple years, so we obviously have dead battery action, and my battery timer charger timed out. Yeah, we'll give her a little more time and then we'll see if we can get this thing fired up. Well, as usual, that was way harder than it feels like it should have been, but got one fender off. We will get this other one off, and then we'll talk about our plans on how we're going to fix the rust holes and weld in all the stuff and everything we're doing. All right, back to the no fender situation. Got this stuff laying here. Little rust hole in that one, and this one is a little bit worse. So the plan is, I bought one of these here patch panels, like, I don't even know how long I've had this thing. Several years ago for this worst side. And my theory is, it looks like I need about to here, and then I'll hopefully take just a piece of this for the other side, because hopefully it's got, close to the same curvature instead of making it out of a flat piece of metal. So we got to do some measuring and marking and cutting and all that good stuff. Hopefully I can save the brace. I need to get it flipped over and looked at. But before we mess with all that, we're going to go out and see if we can get the old square body to rumble to life. Battery charger probably timed out on me again. Nope, I can hear it still rumbling. Now she's in the start zone. Got some door panel issues. So this thing hasn't ran for a couple years. See what happens. I checked the oil. I probably should do a little more than that. Make sure there's getting gas at the carb, and hopefully the gas isn't all nasty. She ain't turning over very fast. One more quick try, and then I guess we better make sure she's squirting gas in there. Wah, 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 wah. It's kind of tall. Got some sort of critter here. I don't know if Moose the cat's been hanging out in here, or something else has been hanging out in here. Probably Moose, that silly cat. Looks awful dry. There we go. It doesn't seem like it's squirting when I operate the throttle. If I push down on the accelerator pump, it squirts a little in there. know if there's not enough in the bowls yet. The pump isn't picking it up. Try one more quick time with that little bit of squirtage I did. Well, unfortunately, I think I took all of my spare gas, put it in the lawnmower yesterday. Looks like we got a little bit. We got some gas outside of the carburetor, so guessing that little accelerator pump thing dried up already. Well, now it's squirting in there normal. This looks like it might be coming out of that float bowl. Go grab it, wrench. Yeah, she be loose. Well, at least we know there's gas getting to the carb now. All those are a little loose. All right, let's see. This thing has like a manual choke on it. I tried to make some sort of bracketing cable, but it never really worked very good. So I don't know if I can get that to close. A little bit. There we go. Maybe. Let's see. Well, I guess oil pressure gauge has no needle. I'm gonna turn it off. Yeah, it's moving. There's no needle on it, but the little center guy spins. Oh, we got it flooded now? I don't know if the voltmeter works in this thing, but it's not moving. I don't think he was having any problems with the alternator before we parked it. Alternator's magnetized. I always was told that means it's charging. I don't know if that's true or an old wives' tale. Power steering pump's making a little racket. I'll let it run for a little bit, see if this battery will pick up a charge. And then if it'll restart, maybe we'll move it out front. All right, I also got to get ready to go pick up my marketplace buys, so I need to do something with this stuff so I can bring that Bare Metal 55 in here. I think I'll put this guy over here in the corner where it lived for the last 10 years before I put it on the car. Let's see, which way is best to stack him? And then the fenders, I guess. Close enough right there, and we'll go for the fender stack. Got me a stack of 57 Chevy fenders. One patch panel, baby. Probably just drive this to go pick it up, but weather's not that great. Looks like she could rain. Not that I'm scared of a little rain, but no reason to drive it in the rain if I don't have to. All right, now we'll go back out to the square and see if we can shut it off and start it again. See if she held any charge in this little bit of time. All right, here's a moment of truzy. Well, good enough to fire up, I guess. All right, I think I will try to move this out into the driveway.
In Montana, danced in the lights of New Orleans. Portland ran away with me, and San Francisco stayed with me. Nashville made its way in between. Fell in love in Minnesota, and fell apart south of Salt Lake. Colorado calls to me, and Washington will always be begging for a piece of me to stay. Maybe something.
You guys see any of that? I don't know.
But I wanna know how it feels to hang pictures on a wall.
These are snow tires that were on my Ford work truck. I got to change them over today. Didn't like it. I don't think there's a single stud left in these things. I don't know if that truck will make it again until next year when I need snow tires, hopefully. She's got a mystery issue right now where it cuts out and dies on me. So I need to get that figured out.
Underneath my feet, heard the sound of subways down the line. Walked the lakesides of Wisconsin.
I bet Trey will be happy to see that guy out there. Big Hank, he calls it, or he used to call it. We spent a lot of time working on this thing. It's been a few years. I don't think I was even making YouTube videos then. This box was all beat to crap right here, and I tried to fix it, and you see sitting outside in the primer. I gotta fix it again, and we need to get another layer of primer on it. We were just in the middle of trying to finish it, and then like I say, he got a different truck and started college and didn't have money to mess with this stuff, so I'm gonna have to help him out a little bit and see if we can protect what we did before it's too late for all of it. I'm glad he kept it anyways. All right, well, I got to go to the bank and get some money, and then go meet my marketplace guy and get my fancy new welding hood so I can do some more TIG welding. I haven't TIG welded all day. Going crazy. Getting the, what's it called? The Joneses, or I'm jonesing. It's really not that bad, but I am a little bit addicted to it. So it's pretty cool. Give it a try if you can. Anyways, we'll be back. Maybe.